EGM Network.
This is an Evergreen Media Network production. And now, it's time to put you on the spot with EGM.
Hi, and welcome to On the Spot with EGM. I'm Jesse Krisky. You know, the season is in full swing. You can tell by the traffic out there, and not only by the snowbirds that are in town, but also it is in swing at Riverside Theater. Everybody in town is so excited for Singin' in the Rain coming up in February 25th through March 21st. Singin' in the Rain at Riverside Theater. It is making a splash, and here to join us to talk about Singin' in the Rain is Joe Capstick. Hey, Joe, how are you today?
Doing well. Thanks for having me.
All right, Joe, you play Cosmo Brown in Singin' in the Rain. Everybody's heard of Singin' in the Rain. It is the #1 musical in the world. Am I right?
I think so. It is probably the best movie musical ever.
Singin' in the Rain.
That's right.
And there's so many other songs in there.
Yep.
It's a tap. You're very talented at tap dancing.
It's really all I got.
All right. So how did you get? So let's talk about Singin' in the Rain a little bit. Why should everybody come and see you Singin' in the Rain?
Well, first of all, the music alone, it's like you said, it's tunes that you've heard of or know and have known probably most of your life. Mm-hmm. And it's just a beautiful, easy breezy story filled with really fun characters, a lot of comedy. It's just that classic, nostalgic, golden age piece. And it's just fun. It's not stressful. It's fun. There's some drama in it, of course, but it's just a really, really good time. Yeah,
we can all use a little fun right now, a little bit of lighthearted action. And there is a lot of action in this show. It's not just singing, right? There's a lot of action.
Oh, yeah.
You're dancing on couches. Yep. You're dancing everywhere.
We're dancing up things, down things, jumping off stuff. I run around a lot, and one of the numbers where it's just slapstick bit after slapstick bit. It's a marathon. And it's also just surrounding a really beautiful love story.
That's great. Yeah. So it's a love story. If you're not familiar with the story, was it written in the 1950s about the 1920s?
Correct. Yeah.
And so this was around the time of period where you're going from silent film into what they call the talkies, right? So they had to talk during the movies. And so your character, right, falls in love with, well, I don't want to give it too much away, but what's kind of a little bit of the basic plot line?
So there's a movie star named Don Lockwood. He's a silent film star.
All right.
And as you said, the jazz singer, the first talkie ever to come out, the first picture with sound, the first talking picture comes out, and all these silent film stars were, worried about their jobs. Like, well, what's going to happen? I don't talk on camera. And so it's sort of this movie stars adapting to the next era that's coming through. And I actually play that movie star's best friend. So I just got to watch him fall in love. I don't fall in love I just fall in love with my work. You know what I mean? And yeah, so played by Gene Kelly, Don Lockwood meets this lady named Kathy Selden, played by Debbie Reynolds in the movie. And yeah, so that's their love story. And they're also trying to figure out how to make this their first attempt at a talking picture happen. And I'm a musician that gets upgraded to the head of sound, and I'm just this guy's best friend, just trying to keep the movie afloat.
I see. All right, great. So we've got the basic plot line. Some of the songs in Singin' in the Rain. We all know Singin' in the Rain. What are some of the other songs we can expect to hear?
Well, we got Make 'Em Laugh, Fit as a Fiddle, Moses Supposes, All I Do Is Dream of You, Singin' in the Rain, of course. Like a lot of classic ones. Even if you don't know like the names of these songs, once you hear it, you'll be, oh, I remember that from da, 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 da. Like you just know. It's in the DNA.
Yeah. Yeah, it's in all a cultural zeitgeist.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I mean, you see it on Family Guy, and I'm sure The Simpsons and everybody.
Exactly. Everyone covers some of these songs in some way because it's just classic Americana.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you've been to Riverside Theater before.
That's right.
And you were last seen in 42nd Street, where you played your dream role. And what is some of the other places where we've seen you?
So yeah, I got to be in the ensemble of 42nd Street a couple years back. That was really fun. My first intro into Vero Beach. Yeah, regionally, I was just in St. Louis doing a show called Anything Goes. I was up in Maine at Maine State doing White Christmas over the summer, which was like kind of fun and kind of weird. Did Funny Girl up there, South Pacific. Went to the Fulton to also do South Pacific. So yeah, I kind of end up doing these golden age sort of nostalgic pieces just because a lot of them have tap dancing in it, and that's just kind of how I roll.
Yeah. How did you get into tap dancing?
My mother, actually, she really wanted me to dance, and I was 11, and an 11-year-old boy in the Midwest, probably not going to want to dance, and I was really kind of against it. But she showed me a film called Billy Elliot where, weird, an 11-year-old boy starts to fall in love with dance. And then she introduced me to a guy named Gregory Hines, who is my favorite tap dancer of all time. He has since passed, but he was one of the best entertainers in the game, one of the best tap dancers in the game. And I saw him tap dance for the first time, and I said, yeah, that looks pretty cool. I want to do that. And then I just started tap dancing as a kid, and then kind of got into the theater. I was more inclined for TV and film just because I loved movies, you know. But once people found out that I was a dancer, you're gonna be in musicals. And then I did, reluctantly at first, and then, you know, just fell in love with it.
Just fell in love with it. Mm-hmm. And so how did your mother know to get you into this? I
always kind of had rhythm, and I was already kind of a ham just as a kid. Like I was the little kid at our local bank, you know, singing songs for everybody. My dad's like, well, I guess he's just going to run around this office building and sing and do whatever he's doing. And I have a percussionist background as well, and it just all the rhythm just sort of kind of coalesced into me being a stage dancer performer. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that percussionist rhythm kind of helps you out with the dance moves?
It does. I still make plenty of mistakes, but it helps when I can, you know, in some cases do exactly what I do with my hands with my feet.
Singin' in the Rain, February 25th through March 21st at Riverside Theater. Now, when did you get the call that you were going to be in Singin' in the Rain?
I got it shortly before the holiday Christmas break. I auditioned. It was like late November. Callbacks were in early December, I think. And yeah, it was just sort of just kind of waiting for that call, because this has been, you know, something I wanted to play this role for most of my life. And, you know, as it happens in the business, it's close and then no cigar, close and no cigar. And it's just sort of letting the pieces line up, because shows are a puzzle, you know, like I might be right for this Singin' in the Rain, but maybe I'm not right for a different Singin' in the Rain. So just kind of waiting for it to line up. And then I got an email one morning, and then I woke up and it was the start of a really good day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know if everybody knows this, but the cast at Riverside Theater is national. You guys come from everywhere.
Yeah.
It's not just local people. I mean, you guys are national.
Yeah. We
professional.
We got obviously a lot of like local crew. We got some local actors as well, and a lot of people. Yeah, they come kind of from all over, because Riverside likes to, you know, bring people down here for them to see it, for the town to see it, and to see these people, because people are really good at stuff all over the place, and they do a really, really, really good job at bringing some phenomenal artists down here.
They do an amazing job. Singin' in the Rain, February 25th through March 21st. Get your tickets at riversidetheater.com, and you want to get them right now, because we anticipate a lot of these are going to sell out, and they might sell out the whole thing.
Yeah, I think we're doing pretty good so far, because every actor loves a full house, a rowdy house. Basically, we just like hearing applause. So if we could get more of that, that'd be a great treat for me.
There you go. All right. So make sure to applaud. And we're going to, as soon as we go to Singin' in the Rain, February 25th through March 21st. All right, Joe, you got about 30 seconds. Sell us on Singin' in the Rain. Why should we go?
It's one hell of a good time.
There you go.
Amazing tap dancing, amazing performances. You're going to fall in love with these people on stage. You're going to laugh. You're going to feel this sense of excitement and urgency because of some of this dancing. It's just incredible. Amazing ensemble performances. The choreography is amazing. And and just these people, you're just going to fall in love with them on and off stage. So come to Riverside.
Riverside Theater, Singin' in the Rain, February 25th through March 21st. Written by Betty Comden and Adolph Green. Music by Arthur Freed and Nasia Herb Brown. Get your tickets at riversidetheater.com. That's TRE at the end of theater, the British way, as they say. riversidetheater.com. All right, Joe Capstick, thank you very much for joining us on the spot today. I do appreciate your time, and thank you to everybody who's listening and watching. And we'll see you out at Riverside Theater for Singin' in the Rain, February 25th through March 21st. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time on the Spot.